Hello, everyone. Welcome back to One Pound to Freedom. We are Penny and Tale, and we are in Harare. So we've just driven back from Kariba, and we're now in Harare, and that's Cresta Jameson Hotel. So anyway, we are trying to get a few things before driving to Uzumba in Murewa to our retirement home. We haven't been in Zimbabwe since the building project started, so we're really excited to see where we are right now and how the house looks like. And also, the house is ready for people to move in, so we just wanted to be there to see the house before anything is moved in the house. So that's us driving in Harare, and I must say, driving in Harare was a nightmare. I was the most frustrating thing that we ever did. There's just so many cars in Harare. People are buying cars. ZANU PF headquarters there. Vana kutenga mota, guys. Ku Harare, ku Zimbabwe, vana kutenga mota, vana kuvaka. The amount of new neighborhoods that we saw in Harare. Rainbow Towers. That's where we had our honeymoon when we got married. I don't know when we had our wedding. But Rainbow Towers is papa. Amy, pachiri kunzi, pashirato. Shisine. Now back to my story. People are buying mukas vanarukuvaka. Do you know the amount of my greenhouse I saw murode kwenda kukwamura mutoko road yaya dzimba dzataiona dzine pavers pasapa. And you know, just trying to find out who's really building. Most of the people are building are in the diaspora, which is very exciting and inspiring, knowing that it's not just us who's developing back home, but a lot of us are, developing and making sure that we've got a place to return to when we go back home. That was very good. Another nightmare in Harare, cancel police. Ma police kanzuraya. Talengo to Kungomira, not even to park, just to stop. Maybe it's for him to just look around and find a place to park. Batoshika. Kanzuru police shika. He paid over $100 in fines for dangerous parking. And they'll be like, I'm not even parked. I'm just trying to see, because there's so many cars. I'm going to see if I can find a parking bay. Either they'll clamp you or you have to pay. But overall, being in Harare was the most exciting thing. Guys, going back home, after spending 3 years in the UK, going back home is good. Especially if you're going to see something that you've been working on, it just gives an exciting feeling to, at least or something, because I'm still. So yeah. We had a very good time. We had pizza from Pizza Inn, chicken from Chicken Inn, a pork pie. Oh, and then we also had mapai eku sare. Is it called sare or sare? Sare. Very good pies, but they cost $4, which is quite expensive, but very tasty and very meaty. I liked them. I only had them twice. I was not going to spend more money on them. Your pork pie 50 cents, but they were very good. Harare scenery is nice. It was so green. It was just, look at it. Guys, kumba mana. Nyango tikagaraje lukunyika ematorwaka, but kumba kunoda kumboyendwa. Kumba. Ayo it was really, really nice. So that's us at Murewa Center. We wanted to get a few things before Taenda Kumba. So we got to Murewa Center and we went to buy at one of the cash and carry shops there. You'd find that my prices angofanana around Zimbabwe. My prices are quite rare. My prices are quite Murewa. So sometimes buying closer to home is even better. That's the scenery. Even guys. People are building. Tikati shande ku diaspora ande kumba and get inspiration. For us, it just cemented our whole plan. Like going back home, just spending those 2 weeks in Zimbabwe, it just made us realize that, you know what, retirement has to definitely be back home. A chilled life, living our off-grid life in Uzumba. That's exactly what we want for ourselves. So we're really happy with that. So anyway, that's Murewa Center, and I think those are some of the shops at Murewa Center. We're not actually building the house. The majority of the building material, like cement and all the other smaller things, we bought at Murewa Center. I think in Harare we just bought things like for the roofing and ceiling and tiles, but the rest of the stuff we bought in Murewa Center. So it's actually quite big, and you can get most of the things that you would get in Harare. Guys, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel, for watching our videos, for supporting us, for all your comments. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't because of everybody who's just been supporting our channel and help us grow. Even when you just watch the video and haven't subscribed, we just urge you and we'll ask you to subscribe. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 followers. Have a lovely time. Enjoy watching this video. Be inspired by this video and subscribe. Okay, tipinde muchitoro timbotenga tona kuti munei. Good morning, how are you? Welcome to day 1 of homesteading. This is our room, no curtains yet. That's my bed. Alright, we're going to Perekiza Maitete bus stop. Then we'll come and see the homestead. Hey, where's the guy? So that's my one and only sister in love, and we were taking her to catch a bus to go to Shamva from Murewa to Shamva. So you can just catch a bus from there, you don't have to go to Harare. So she'd come when we came from the UK just to kutitambira and everything. So she was going back home before coming back for the weekend because we had another event over the weekend. So mona mazvimbira ngakata maziso angu pana ndichita my opening apo kwakatata musa makusenseni. It was early in the morning. So we got pama shops anonzi Pakatiyo. Isistova kwanakiwa. So we got Pakatiyo and waited for the bus. It didn't took long. Vaitombofunza vakadzi vanotengesa about the bus, and then they told her, oh no, the bus is coming. So it didn't take long for the bus to come. I think we just waited for like 15 at most minutes, and then the bus came, and then we took her into the bus and she got some tomatoes. We also got tomatoes for the function over the weekend. And so Kwakatiyo is also in Murewa, but then we started driving back, and that's now us at Nakiwa. That's our shopping mall, shopping place, growth point. It's a growth point. That's our Nakiwa growth point. Dokma Shop Square. So we've driven back, and we wanted to kugaisa Chibage because we had a function that was gonna happen over the weekend. So we were going pananzi paniko apo the Kangangwa, the name of the store. It might come back to us, but that's where we usually do our So this is day 1 of homesteading. I've shown you around the house. We're enjoying everything. The weather is good. So yeah, project just for their livelihood. A few things I'll show you when you get in the house. So what's happening today is that we're putting doors on the rooms. So we bought 6 doors, 4 for the bedrooms and 2 for the bathroom and the toilet in the hallway. So that's the view of the house from my angle. So we rang the carpenter early in the morning. He was swift. He came as soon as he got the message and started on working on the doors. We also took some of the furniture that we're using in the cottage and we put them in the big house. We bought a few stuff yesterday when we drove from Harare. We went to Muhammad Musa. We got a deep freezer, we got a 4-plate gas stove, and we also bought queen-sized bed that me and Tyler are going to be using during this holiday. So yeah, that's the carpenter doing his job. He's actually doing a very, very good job. The doors are coming out very nicely, and it's nice to finally have doors, because last night when we slept, because he only came this morning, last night we actually all slept in the house with no doors. So yeah, at least now everybody can get some privacy. So I'm just gonna show you around the house and show you what else is happening. So we've got guys who are working on the ground. So what they're doing, these guys, is that they are going in the mountain. So they're going to the mountain, and then varukunotora matombo ayo emugomo. So some of them vanotomapwanya vega, they have to break them themselves, and then they're using their wheelbarrow to bring them down, and then they're doing their pattern that they're doing on the ground. It's sort of like it's a pavement that they're making, but they're using stones that they're taking from the mountains. So I was just having a conversation with this guy, and he was explaining to me that the whole process of going up in the mountain, and then they have to break the stones using my pick, my hammer, and then they put in the wheelbarrow and then bring them down, which I thought was a very, very, very not easy job. You have to be very strong to be able to do that job. So he said he's been doing it for not a very long time now, but it's a job that he's also just getting used to, and he likes. But he said that at some other places that he does the same job, it's a bit easier because they already have explosives that they can use to go into the mountain, and they just use an explosive to putita a big dombo, and then they take the broken bits and pieces of the big stone and then put them in a car, a pickup truck, and then takes it to wherever they want, their homestead that they'll be working on, and then it's a much easier job. So I was like, oh, that would have been much easier for you if the stones would just come onto the homestead and then you just have to do the patterns. But he said they have a great relationship with Gogo and Sekuru Munyonga, so they were very happy to just do the job for whatever money that they agreed on with Gogo and Sekuru Munyonga. So after having a chat with him and having him explain all that to me, I really thought the work that they were doing was quite impressive. Initially, when Gogo Munyonga asked these guys to make this pavement, is because they didn't want, when it rained so much, she didn't want water to come paseri papa my rooms, your jenga, so she just wanted to keep water away from around the house. So she's sort of building like a wall, a short wall around the house to protect it from things like flooding and water and stuff like that, which I thought was a very, very good idea. And the guys are really doing very well, because after they layer all the stones, then they'll take cement and start putting cement to bring them all together and then create something like this wall that I was working on top of. So he was saying that they want to put this wall right around the house. It won't be long, just a short wall right around the house, and then they're also gonna do the same for the ground. I did explain to him that we're hoping to do pavers, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that's a mujanje tree. Pamba. That's a mujanje tree, and that's dangaredure mombe. Right now Mombeziri at my tete's house in Shamva, but that's where all the cows went, because it was just becoming difficult for Gogona Sekru to find someone anofuza Mombe. So we just thought of sending them Mombe Kushamba, because at least kuneva navari koko vanofuza. So that's a mugwava tree. Magwava wanonaka but anenge ane makonye. I don't even know what's wrong with the tree. No water chocolate, but the guavas will be nice. So that's this year's plantations. Hoping to have a big harvest. So we planted maize as usual, beans. We also put peanuts, nuts, loads of nuts and ground nuts. So yeah, just showing you around the house. So all this land, after we harvest in April, hopefully in April, we might then have to start doing something different with the land. So we're still looking at the plan and looking to see where we're going to put the different things that we want to do around the homestead. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We are going to engage people to just help us plan what we have in our minds. But anyway, you will be part of that journey. And yeah, so that's, if you remember, the sink that was once porongwad by our builder, well, it was rebuilt and tiled. Well, they ran out of tiles to really finish it up. Everything was just running out. But then the guys will give you a bill of quantities and you buy exactly what they ask you to buy, and then the next thing they'll tell you, oh, we need more of that, or we need more of this. But anyway, we haven't started using the outside toilet, the outside sink. We still need to put makomba pasi, the drainage system for the water. So we're waiting for the carpenter to come and do that, but they look okay. They look fine. I mean, if you can see down there, there isn't any drainage for the water to go. So that's what the carpenter needs to come and fix up. So that's the kitchen door, which needs a bit of fixing as well. That's our 5,000 liter water tank, which we've been using since we started building with the borehole system, and we've never run out of water ever since we started building. Even when it was still dry, it was the water supply was always enough, which I really thank God for. So that's just part of the surrounding areas for our homestead. And in our garden, Gomnyonga put chibage a bit early, so there's actually chibage chatokura shoktuti, I think January chinogona tokoweka na February chinogona tokoweka, and that's the tap yemvura yepanze. That's my juju. My juju, vanotchengeta Gogona Sekuru Munyonga. She's a very nice young lady, very energetic. I really like my June. Then hubby was calling me homesteading, and this is our home. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bye.